This is from the Baltimore Sun's Jacob. Calvin Meyer was on the show recently. He talked to 8 Orioles players, including team leaders, former top prospects, yada yada. Basically, though, everybody said, manager Brandon Hyde, we have his back. He has not lost the clubhouse. This, to me, the fact that we even need this kind of a story speaks to the start that they've had. Do I think that Brandon Hyde is the problem? No, I don't. Do I also think that the manager is almost always the sacrificial lamb before the GM when things go south? Yes, history has told us that. And I think people who aren't familiar with the Orioles maybe are not aware. The Orioles made coaching changes. They took guys off of Hyde staff last winter after they got swept out of the playoffs. So that is always kind of the warning shot, if you will. Like, we are going to get some coaches out of here. We're going to get some fresh faces in here. The manager always comes next after that. So, the players are publicly going to back him. They're always going to back him. In some cases, they're lying about it. I don't have the reason to believe that the Orioles are lying about this. I think guys genuinely like playing for him. They like that he doesn't panic. I think Orioles fans have been really upset about some of the lineups and the matchups and the platooning that he has done. But at the end of the day, if the Orioles don't turn this around, Brandon Hyde is going to be the guy on the hot seat. As Ken Rosenthal wrote, he is on the hot seat, and it's going to get hotter and hotter and hotter. I believe that Mike Elias is more responsible for why the Orioles have taken this nosedive. Brandon Hyde can't pitch for them. He can't make them have a good rotation. But I think no matter what, the way baseball goes, it always is blame the manager before you go upstairs. And I expect that to be the case in Baltimore if they don't turn things around here quickly.
What is a player supposed to say? What's a player supposed to say?
Exactly.
No, I hate my manager. He sucks. He's the problem. Of course they're going to say they like him. They want to play and they want to be there. I mean, listen, I don't know. There's managers you play for, Kratz, I'm sure that you didn't like, and the media would come up to you and you'd be like, oh, he's awesome. I love him. Da-da-da. You know why? Because I want him to play me. I want to be here. I don't want to be in AAA. Like, oh, man. Yes, but I like Brandon Hyde. He is not the problem, like you said. But Brittany, what you said is exactly right. They fired some coaches. Freddie Gonzalez, a good friend of mine, he got let go. Some other people got let go. That is usually the warning shot. And then the manager is next. And then the GM says, oh, give me 5 more years to get my manager in place. That's how it always works.
You know what GMs really want besides 5 years? They want cash to spend. And to me, Mike Elias didn't execute that cash to spend because he also had some cash in prospects, and he allowed all these starting pitchers that got traded or all the starting pitchers that were available to either stay at their team or get traded to other teams when everybody had this Mike Elias, cachet of prospects that he could have dipped into, but he wasn't willing to. Ownership isn't the problem right now because they gave, I think, $73 million for him to spend. You know what? Maybe this could be the case where the general manager is the first to go and not the manager, because I've heard nothing but positive, and you don't hear positive from every manager that's out there. But everything about Brandon Hyde we've heard, and I know a lot of people that can back that up too.
Yeah, and I think, guys, when you look at this Orioles team, they're going to hit, but there's no solution for the pitching at all. Kyle Gibson was supposed to kind of give them depth, and you saw him get rocked. He about 4 home runs in the first inning against the Yankees, kind of wore that middle game that they ended up losing. They're hoping to get back Grayson Rodriguez at some point soon. They're hoping to get back Zach Eflin. But at the end of the day, they just did not create that rotation depth, and you don't know if it's an easy fix. Like, there's just not these prospects down below. As you mentioned, Kratzy, with Elias, I think another knock on him is we know that they did an exceptional job drafting hitters. We've seen the position players. They have too many position players, but they purposely did not take pitchers early because it's risky, and they wanted to find some gems in the later rounds, and that was kind of their strategy. And until they had Brandon Young, who I think debuted recently this past month, that was the first player that Mike Elias had drafted, developed, signed, and brought up to the big leagues. Now, Mike Elias, of course, took over after the 2018 season. It is 2025. That is not good enough. If you are not going to draft, develop from within in pitching if you're not going to create this pitching lab like the Mets and make guys better, then you need to go and trade for a Garrett Crochet. You know, the Orioles like to say, well, free agents didn't want to sign with us. Corbin Burns is a great example. Well, then you make those guys play for you. You find a way to trade for them. And I don't know why Garrett Crochet is not a Baltimore Oriole. I still don't know why. I think there was a absolute no-brainer to bring him in, similar to what they did with Burns in trading him for a year. You know, they don't like to part with prospects, but sometimes you have to get to where you're going. And if this year's a lost year, are we going to, in your mind, kind of lose another year of this window? Because you've got Adley and Gunnar and all of these guys under team control for another year. And if the Orioles don't go to the playoffs, if the Orioles don't win a game in the playoffs, which, by the way, they have not done in a decade, are we going to sit here and say they're similar to the Toronto Blue Jays, who had this young, enviable core and who we never saw actually get it done? I mean, how do you guys view this season if it is another lost season?
You just said
That would be brutal.
A waste. It's a waste. It's a waste. It's a waste. And we've railed on them. We've railed on them more than anybody about exactly what you're saying, Britt. We've railed on them that they should have went out and got Dylan Cease when he went to before he went to the Padres. They have all these position players. And the one trade they did make, the guys in AAA, right? With the Marlins. They gave up 2 of their guys for a guy in AAA. So I don't know. Mike Elias is smarter than me. He knows better than I do.
And he's good at he produced position players. Sometimes it's hard. You miss on pitchers. Maybe, you know, the staff isn't able to produce pitchers from the minor leagues. That's okay. All we heard about was the dudes that they did have that were just murdering Norfolk. And yet Jesus Luzardo went a few miles north to Philly this offseason. AJ brought up Garrett Crochet. Teams are willing. I mean, hey, we could have taken Luis Castillo from the Mariners. He was clearly out there, but he came with a price tag of $25 million a year, I think, for 4 more years. And somebody's making the decision to not be willing to do that. It's not Brandon Hyde. It's not Gunnar Henderson. It's not the hitting coaches. It's not the first base coaches. So it's somewhere above them.
If you want a razor that looks good, makes you look good, gets the shave done, and doesn't cost much,
Oh.
Is it nice?
That's a hairy John. And you can smell it too. Smell it, John. Smell it.
Oh, wow. What
After
is that?
See,
shave?
that's Harry's. That's the shave gel. I'm telling you, look, I mean, this.
You look scary, man.
It's the shot.
Fresh.
Now come in, get this.
I don't want to touch this head anymore. Oh, my God.
Soft it is.
That looks like
it is
German
soft.
engineered blades made in
It
their
is
own
soft.
factory that stay sharp longer.
I'm using the razor, and it does not. You can start to feel when
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gets dull. I mean, you guys only do like here and like up here.
true.
I'm doing acreage.
Get the edge on your shave with Harry's. Normally their trial set is $10, but right now you can get it for just $6 at harrys.com/foul. That's our exclusive link, harrys.com/foul, for a $6 trial set.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.